To those of you tuning in for the second episode of The Divergent Geek, thank you for coming back and putting up with my waffling, or that's how I think of it anyway. Today is actually only day 2, so I released the first episode yesterday. And tell you what, I was really nervous. I didn't promote it at all yesterday. I put it out there and I uploaded it, figured out how to do all of the bits I needed to do, and then I left it and thought, I've just said that I've done it. I kind of put it into a group I'm part of that I kind of said, hey guys, I had such fun the weekend at the summit. It's actually caused me to go and do a podcast of my own. And yeah, and they were like, oh, well done for taking action. And I was like, oh, great. But then I left it and was like, okay, getting serious self-doubt now, thinking, oh my God, what if people are listening to it and it's just like waffling and they don't want to carry on? Fair enough. I thought, so what? I'm doing this for my reasons and nobody else's. So then today I started promoting it a little bit, just in a couple of groups. And I am making myself not go anywhere near the analytics and see how little it's maybe being played or listened to or anything like that. Just because, I don't know, I think I've always had self-doubt, and obviously there's the buzzword of imposter syndrome, and I think it is used as a bit of a buzzword because it helps people understand really what that feeling is. You feel like an imposter, but it's self-doubt. It's us worrying about what we think of us putting stuff out into the world. But then I look at what my son watches, and these are kids who are putting out there all sorts of things that they don't care what people think of them. They just do it. And if they get anywhere, they're great. You know, if not, they just carry on doing because they enjoy it. So I thought, it's not really being consistent, me doing one ad hoc. Oh, I've done one yesterday, I'm doing one today. My next one might not be for a week. But at least it's making me do it. It's making me start. It's making me accountable, I suppose is the word. And I'm one of these people that I'll start something, I'll have loads of energy at the beginning, and then the self-doubt creeps in and you don't really then go, oh, I'm really worried. What are my family going to think when I start putting this on my social media? Are they going to laugh at me? Are they going to say this? Are they going to say that? But over the weekend, actually, I think it was over the weekend or at a webinar I was at recently. I think it was from Ryan Pinnock, actually, at the Moneymaker Summit. So who cares what other people think? Where are they? Are they living their best lives? Are they in a job that they're not happy with? Or are they, are they struggling to run their lives the way they want to run them? Are they doing what's right for them? You know, are they being true to themselves? And yes, some of them might be sort of, they've taken a long way to get there, but again, they've realised what they want to do and they're just doing it. And it made me think, well, do you know what? I'm just going to put it out there. If they want to laugh at me, they can laugh at me all they like, to be honest, because at the end of the day, I want to do what I want to do, and I need to stop thinking that fear of perception is gonna affect that. I need to stop making it. It's not fear, it's fear of what somebody else thinks. So it's like a fear of perception, which I think is really weird and something I can't control. And when I had my breakdown in 2019, I went through CBT, which was cognitive behavioural therapy. And one of the most powerful things that I learned was only worry about the things you can control and not worry about the things you cannot control. So I can't control what somebody else thinks of me. I can't control what somebody else does. I can't control other people's reactions. I can control how I react, how I act in general, and how I feel by making adjustments. So that really resonates me. And then when I am having a tough time, I use it as a mantra. It's a really good mantra that has stuck with me. I think it was one of the most powerful things I learned during the CBT. And I think it's something that might get overlooked quite easily. So it's something as I say, it was the one thing that resonated with me the most. So so the podcast is now out there. I'm starting to build all the marketing funnels, because that bit for me is easy. I'm so confident in tech and marketing funnels and nurturing. That is what I do every day. That's my zone of genius, dude. And my son will kill me for trying to use the word dude. Apparently it's like so uncool. And I'm going to crack on with it. And I've started to make some lead magnets for people who want to learn bits of information, who maybe need a little guiding. And then I have also started listing out the different courses that I'm going to be offering to people in like bite-sized ones, because I think I know what I'm like, and if a course is too long, I struggle. Whereas I've done some amazing ones which I've gotten for free, which have been like 6 modules, no more than sort of half an hour per module to an hour per module, in like nice bite-sized chunks. And that's really worked for me. And I've tried creating courses in the past and I've made them too long, and I keep thinking I need to put everything I know on the subject into this course. And the lovely Lisa Johnson is doing a challenge this week, and I've been part of that. And she says, you don't need to put everything you know into a course. You don't need to put your entire knowledge base in. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't, do I? Why should I do that? I just need to tell people what they have to know. They don't need to know all the stuff in the periphery, in the outer limits bits that I know of my knowledge. So so that's helped me kind of like redefine things, and then relook at them again and go, okay, let's strip this back into bite-sized chunks, bite-sized courses. So one I'm working on right now is how to start an online shop and set it up. Nice and easy, simple, to the point. So that's what I'm working on this week. So now the podcast is out there, and now I'm recording my second episode, and I'm going to relaunch that. And launch that out today, and you'll know because you'll hear it hopefully. And I think new lease, new look on things. I think sometimes we take perception for granted, and I think sometimes we need a new perspective on things. So I've just kind of stepped back. I've not been feeling great this week. In fact, I've been really, really tired, as I said yesterday. Just not able, not loads of motivation at the moment around everything. So just strip everything back, step back, and do it bit by bit. And I think that's the best thing I can do, and that's what I'm going to do. So please give me a shout out if anybody wants to chat, or even if you resonate with anything I've said, because I'm doing this just because this is my journey, and others might feel that way, and they might feel the same way I felt as well. But I want to make sure everybody knows it's okay to feel like that. Just because I'm feeling it, you don't have to feel that, and you might feel it, but think that others aren't. So it's actually, I want to be here for other people to go, this person's done it. This person is making a success of their business. And my terms of success are, my ultimate goal is to buy my own home. We live with my parents, who are very lovely, but I really want my own house. And if that means, and I said in yesterday's episode, we go through being taught that we have to own things. My reason for wanting to own a home is just for stability, for me to say, I've bought this from the money I've earned, I've accomplished it, and it's security. It's something to say that, somebody can't turn around and evict us, which I know landlords are having a tough time keeping up with mortgages and things like that, and they're having to evict clients, their tenants, and make difficult decisions. So I think for me, I just want the security to say that I don't have to leave here unless I want to. But me and my husband have said that actually, if in 3 years' time we're at a point where we can afford to rent a home as well as send our son to where he wants to go to college and university, then we'll do it, because actually that might give us a bit more freedom of picking an area. So, yeah, so we've got sort of I've got a dream goal, but that's more for my personal journey. And but we know that we might need to compromise, and we're happy to do that. So it's I think it's a nice goal to plan for. So anyway, that's me for today, and I hope everybody has an amazing rest of their week. Speak to you all again soon.